Good day, everybody. My lords and ladies and cultists of the blue-faced madman. Yes, in fact, I have done a tribute today in his honor for hosting my presence here to talk with you all. So today we are gathered to discuss a variety of ridiculous events and generally just shoot the shit because there's a lot of shit to be shot. Today, currently, I am joined by my amazing host, Omegon himself, Destroyer of Worlds, Magog of Morskar, the evil finger-killing fuck. Magnus, who is a badass, and I don't know enough about him aside from his general badassery to give him a proper introduction, but I'm sure you will become very, very familiar with him shortly. And Lord Totally Not Irate Bear.
Hello, everybody! Ha ha! Peasants amongst you.
He has downs.
I also have downs.
Today we are going through the discussion of exactly how downy this lovely friend of ours is for the purpose of trying to raise funds to help keep me aboard and afloat. As you know, barbarians are prone to having terribly outdated technology. So I'm trying to replace my melting HP Pavilion G6 laptop with something that'll actually do the damned work so that I can bring you more content of higher quality at a more regular pacing without spending way too much time on it. Marty, yes, could someone send Marty a link as well? That Roman can get yelled at too. But there's a link down below for a GoFundMe on which we are looking to get all the parts necessary to make this happen. I already have acquired a case and fans for this new computer, and have also acquired a technician who is going to put it together for me for the cost of the parts itself. So please, if you are able to, your assistance would be great. And otherwise, please enjoy the shenanigans. So we were talking about how Donald Trump is now, what was it? Shitlord
now,
Supreme?
he is now our shit poster in chief.
That is a title.
Your president is a shitlord.
I love
master of
that
delivering
CNN
words.
fucked this up so badly. They made a whole segment on that tweet, and I'm like, why? What is wrong?
Well, not only that, but you have seen that they doxed the guy who created that meme in the first place, right?
It might not be true. I think Pippi put it in Discord. There's a tweet of someone who said, I'm the one that made the GIF, and posted it here for the first time on January, blah, blah, blah. Is it worth proving CNN also lied about the author of the meme and doxed the wrong person?
Either way, they're doxing somebody or threatening to dox somebody for creating a meme. For creating a meme.
Yeah, that is the most important thing, what Magog is saying. Not the fact that whether they got the right guy, it's whether or not they're willing to do that.
Yeah, like I did a video last night because I was so pissed off, and it was just a quick little, I'm going to throw this up, no monetization, tweeted out. And I got in the Magog outfit, and I was just like, fuck these people. Now, I probably got something wrong because I've been reading my comments, and the guy might not be a 15-year-old. That might be a lie. But I don't think the age of the person matters, and I'd like to go ahead and correct my public statement now that we are unsure about this person's age. But for CNN to come out and go, well, he apologized, so we're not going to release his information, but we reserve the right to do so if that changes.
Now, Magog, Magog, I was watching two great philosophers, and one of them made the statement about it was either Sargon or Kraut that said that the guy was supposedly in his teens back in the 90s, which means he'd be close to my age.
Ah, yes. Well, in my age too, then. And that that's fine. I am perfectly willing to admit that I set that video out when all the information was just newly coming in, and everybody was reporting on this on Twitter. And I did Google and did a basic search to back up the fact, that this happened at least, and try to do some research on it. But, with the internet, it's sometimes hard to lock down every piece of information. But what's important is that you're willing to admit, your mistakes and redact your mistakes and correct them. But I still think the point of my video, the anger, the passion that I had in the video, still stands. These people literally came out, were like, we reserve the right to release his personal information if he does it again.
Don't step on
what the fuck?
Stab you in the back before. What? That's some trustworthy news right there.
And I love that this hashtag CNN blackmail is trending right now.
But you notice that they secretly swap the trends so that you'll get the wrong spelling from the start, right?
Oh yeah. And I'm on my Twitter right now, and it's not even in my trending list. So I guess it's kind of dying down already.
Well, they evidently it was still trending, but it looked like they had an order to have it taken down, and it was forcibly removed. That I had seen pop up.
Yeah, because I'm looking through my Twitter, and maybe it's just the people I'm following, but man, it's just everywhere still. So all the memes, all the CNN memes are fucking great.
I couldn't do memes. I was too busy with memes to do a meme, so I instead just said that the definition of little bitch had been changed in the dictionary to CNN.
I'm surprised nobody's taken that.
It's a meme of CNN.
I'm surprised nobody's taken that clip of that redheaded dude. I forget what his name was, shooting himself in the head, and they haven't put CNN's face over that. At least I haven't seen it yet.
My favorite, however, and I'd like to speak to this because yesterday was, National Brexit 1776 Day, and I love that fucking meme. I love that meme. But my favorite non-CNN meme of the day yesterday was somebody had taken a "Make America Great Again" hat. They erased the bottom letters and they put it on Thomas Jefferson, so it just said "Make America."
Yeah.
Those
start,
Brexit memes yesterday were brilliant.
Yeah. Before I start adding to this conversation with my monotone, boring voice, Magnus and Magog, there's something in the side chat you should probably see.
I won't be able to see it. I'm on my phone.
Oh, you suck.
No, it's okay. It's nothing worth paying attention to. It's just Marty's.
Marty's back up.
Things. Marty's showing his things.
He's on the thing, and he has a picture, and I'm following now. And
hey, hold up. Marty's on the internet showing his thingy. What?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Marty, you daring little Roman, you.
Yes. Well, it is a dress underneath all this armor, so.
Dude looks like a lady.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, the thing is the idea was that you needed a lot of leg mobility whilst slaughtering retarded barbarians. So, so they put on dresses.
It's actually because they knew we wouldn't kill their women.
I think it just makes it easier for them to fuck sheep.
Marty,
God
do you
damn
like
it.
to fuck sheep?
You did have to put that image in my head. That's why Muslims like to go after goats and wear those weird ball gowns.
No, Romans like to fuck dudes. That's the meme. Meme correctly, you savage. And learn how to make proper wine.
Also, for the news today, is that Bunty King is under attack by Tariq Nasheed again.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Is.
Oh yeah, Tariq, the other bitch. Yes, who's been appropriating my word.
Oh yes, with his anti-moist campaign.
I'm not so happy with this.
No am I. Nobody should stop the ladies from being moist.
Damn right.
So apparently Tariq thinks that Bunty had his YouTube channel reported, but Bunty's denying that, and Tariq is not being able to prove that it was Bunty who did it, but I'm sure it was probably somebody who hates what Tariq Nasheed's been doing and fucking reported his channel.
No, of course.
But you can't place that at Bunty's feet. He can't control his audience or what they do or what they decide.
It's the same with SJW channels like Christy or Tim Blake or Kevin. Whenever their videos get flagged, they don't blame the larger audience. They take it straight to the top and blame it on the person. They like Kraut bearing Sargon. They'll blame those people instead.
Right. Because
even though Kraut will immediately mirror the video on his channel as a sign of don't do that.
Right, it's like oh you're the people who are like telling these people to do this. And it's like, no, we're not. Like Sargon has said in multiple videos, I've heard him. It was like, don't dox people. Don't go to their channels and fucking call them cunts. Like, don't harass these people because it only gives them fuel for their fire. Like, don't do it. Like, we all know that. All the smart people know that. Like, I'm not going to go over to Christy Winter's page or somebody who, like, whoever, and just be like, you're a dumb cunt. I hope you die. Like, nobody should do that because it just gives them the victim narrative, and that's what Tariq's doing.
I'm just going to present to everyone this. There we go, Marty. That's beautiful.
Oh yes. When we were discussing Tariq being anti-moist, I was in a live stream on Failure's channel, and I said, "All right, somebody needs to Photoshop Tariq's head on RuPaul's body." A couple of minutes later, no, like about maybe like 20 minutes later, all of a sudden, my Discord gets a notification. It's all like, "Here you go, as requested."
Tariq Paul. What I like is that there's a guarantee now. If Tariq, much like Onision, whenever there's any video mention of him, if Tariq finds out about this stream is getting flagged.
Well,
when will we ever find out about it?
I think Tariq is...
sorry to interrupt you, and I don't really want to take away from the sentiment of tonight's stream, but you all know Viper Sword, don't you?
Yeah.
She is incredibly down at the minute, and she's currently live streaming at the minute, and she's in a low place. So could we organise a positive dog pile on her live stream to go cheer her up? I'll give everyone the link. We go over and dog pile, tell her that we all fucking love her. Yeah.
Yes, we can dogpile into the chat and flood it with loving comments.
But love you, Viper. You're amazing. Chin up, all that sort of stuff to cheer her up.
Slay your enemies.
Obviously, I can't hear the stream, but Vanilla Bear is currently watching her live stream and trying to cheer her up. So let's go over there. Let's fucking throw some kisses and some meaty man fat, and I'm sure she'll enjoy it.
Meaty man fat. Oh, I still can't believe you used that. Oh, I should really stop presenting Marty.
Send us some memes. Go to her Twitter and bombard her with memes, guys. Come on. Memes are free.
Do that.
Do not fret. You are a mighty warrior. Destroy your enemies, slay them all, and lay claim to your kingdom. Does that count as positive reinforcement?
Everybody also thumbs up that stream.
Yeah, put a big fucking thumbs up on it, guys.
Somebody DM me the link to that so I can do it later. I won't be able to do it right now.
Yeah, I'll do it. It's fine. I'll send it to you on Skype.
Yeah, I don't mean to take away from what we're doing here, but I want to cheer her up.
Oh, love bombs are good news, especially when they're moderately consensual. But I didn't think she knew that one was coming. So everybody.
Apparently, she's
although I will say a positive dog pile sounds suspiciously like gang rape.
That's why I'm glad I'm already a villain. Can't get any
it really helps. Yeah.
So what is she? Why is she sad?
Mental health.
I've known for a few years. I think there are a few things that are going on in her life that are pretty shitty.
Oh, okay.
I know about anyway.
I want her to be bombarded. I want everyone to follow her Twitter and bombard her with memes.
I don't have any memes.
Sexy party memes.
Oh my. Lemon party.
Oh my. No, I don't think we want to scare the hell out of her.
But isn't that what true love and support
crying,
is?
Guys.
Terrible memes. Right now, this is definitely one of my favorite to come out so far. I'm a big fan
her the
of
dankest of memes. Oh, I used that in my video today.
It's so beautiful.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Oh dear, so many good memes out there. I like that there are already new memes for another meme war for Kakistan. It's brilliant.
Oh, hello to Ranting Monkey in the chat and everyone else who's come. We've got Olenska. We've got lots of cool people in the chat. Thank you all for coming.
Monkey.
Hey, Monkey. Hey, Olenska.
I'm going to put a little bit more tobacco in my face, just around the corner here with the headset on, and then I've got some fun things, some fun news things that I've tailored specifically to wiggle in Irate Bear's face and find out how he feels about them. It's dangerous, I assure you.
Omegon apparently Viper Sword says moist, so...
Oh, fantastic. That's how we know that a woman is doing well, is moisture.
Yes. Guys, give I can never fucking say his name. Beardbarian your shekels. He needs it to produce quality content. He needs to buy a new computer. Open up your wallets and give the man your fucking dosh. Don't be tight. Don't be a kike. Give up your cash. Fucking
the real problem is that I start raiding people's houses and stealing their televisions and shit. And they've got serial numbers on them. They've got micro dots.
It's either that or, you know, I raid your fridge in the middle of the night and Beardbarian takes your wenches.
That's actually pretty much one of those news stories I have. I can rip into it right now while I'm here with the headphones.
You know, on my new video I put out tonight, the Lord Bear segment, Lord Bear covers weird news. And it was the first story was about the bear that just strolled into someone's house and raided their cupboards and refrigerator for 5 hours.
There's been a slew of bear raids in houses in Alaska right now.
That's what America gets for fucking making bear hunting legal again.
I didn't make it legal.
Well, should have a word, shouldn't you?
Yeah, I should probably shitpost the ones responsible at least.
Start.
Where does the line of responsibility start?
And my brethren will not steal from your food stores.
Where is it here? Black bear breaks into boy's bedroom in Alaska. Your bears are taking this a step too far. I'm putting this in the side chat here as well, and I'm going to screen share this.
Well, that's Alaska. You know, the bears up there are a bit dodgy.
You are one of the 3 most popular bears on the internet. Surely you can
I'm not
speak
a black
to them.
Bear. In fact, I'm not even a bear, really. I'm an android shaped like.
You finally admitted you're not black.
I'm not black. I'm brown. I'm caramel color.
Damn it, Bear! I am darker than you. Okay.
No, you're not, Marty.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Beardbarian is darker than you. Okay.
Oh, that's something.
I will scalp this fucking motherfucker.
You screen sharing Beardbarian? Yes, you are.
So here we are. A huge crash jolted 11-year-old Zach Landis awake in his Anchorage home. But soon it became clear this wasn't an ordinary intruder or even his sisters playing a trick on him. His sister must be huge.
Dude, his sister needs to die.
A black bear had just broken through a garden-level window in Zach's tiny bedroom and was whimpering like a scared dog in the room. The boy screamed, and the man-sized animal bolted out the window and disappeared. Your brothers are also cowards.
Yes, they are.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
Are you talking shit about my fam?
I am. Your fam ran away from an 11-year-old boy screaming.
You would run away from an 11-year-old boy screaming. They're so high-pitched, like their voices. They haven't started puberty yet.
So this right here, this is wool. I just pluck a little off and stuff it in my ears and then kill the children.
Well, here's the thing, though. Irate Bear's got a point because, well, you hear an 11-year-old boy screaming, most people will start thinking you're Catholic.
I approve. I have a hate-on with the Catholic Church. It's very personal. I used to be left-handed, and then I thought I would learn how to read and write. And now I write with my right hand because my left got broken too many times. So
yeah, I'm left-handed. I'm left-handed, and my teachers kept trying to make me write right-handed, and it was never going to happen.
It's something that I'm surprised lasted as long as it did. It's a cultural phenomenon.
They used to make me to try and stop me writing left-handed. They'd make me write with a fountain pen. So when I was left-handed, my hand, it was just all smudged, all of it. So like, you must learn. You write right-handed and you won't smudge. Like, fuck yourself. Suck on the ink. Go on. Cunts.
What a bunch of cunts.
It's a disability, okay?
Sure.
Left-handed disability, right?
Well, you know, according to the University of Louisiana, they said that we left-handed people were oppressed. I told them to go fuck themselves.
Well, technically, there was a time.
Minority.
I mean, it was considered left-handedness was like witchcraft or something. So, like,
Good. They should burn at the fucking stake.
Well, all right. That's actually here. Let me actually close this other stream because it's going on in the background. All right, but yeah. The thing about the left versus right is that was very important to the Romans. Yes, everything comes from the Romans, but
Except for pants. Pants did not come from the Roman.
but anyway, left and right are very important. This is why your second in command is known as your right hand man. They would sit at your right hand, at your right side, and why also, and even still in some cultures today, if you stare at someone with your left eye open and your right eye closed, that's the evil eye. And also, our word sinister literally translates as left in Latin. I mean, it is.
Well, that explains a lot about politics, doesn't it?
I know, right? Like the left is the evil side.
Yeah, but yeah.
Commitment.
Yeah, I see you giving me the evil eye. It doesn't work on me. I'm a god, so I could just just.
I'm just gonna hold it until it works.
I never,
Well, that was what. Hold up, Beardbarian. I hate to tell you this, but that was the last thing my grandfather said the last time he tried to get a hard on.
Well,
Just
if I'm
gonna
so
hold-
lucky as to go as he did, hopefully there'll be a prostitute involved.
Why would you know that story about your grandfather?
Because I
He
was
was
kind of
videotaping the whole thing.
I was kind of there for the whole thing, even though I didn't want to be.
Ha ha ha! I knew it.
I must be an evil
Oh,
wanker
hey.
then, because I'm right-handed, but I wank with my left.
Yeah,
Well, if you
No,
look,
it's
I'm
because
not-
sin belongs to the left hand.
Well,
if you
see,
look
when it comes to masturbation, I'm so good I put Chuck Norris to shame. I'm ambidextrous.
I think
Fair play, fair play.
if
But
you
can you
look
do
at
it with the fist in your beard?
if you look at Bear's avatar, his glowing robot eye is the left one.
I'm left-eye dominant as well.
Are you? Are you right-handed though?
I'm right-handed but left-eye dominant.
It sucks when you're shooting.
Yes, it does. It fucking does.
Well, you make it sound like you're
All right.
going to get cum in his eye or something.
Mate,
But
honestly,
all right.
I've been laid down with a rifle shooting, right? And I have to. At one point, I used to have a patch over my left eye, right? But I got used to shooting with both my eyes open, and getting the groupings nice and tight as well.
You guys need to stop talking about shooting as if you had done any shooting. You were in the Navy and Air Force. You guys sat in chairs all day.
Well, I fired more rounds than you probably have.
Citation needed.
I fired at least 12,000
Just
rounds.
ask your mother.
PMG.
It doesn't matter that I was in the military. You know I have a shit ton of guns and I live in the South, right?
Shut up. Stop ruining my sick burn. It was amazing. Stop
It was not a sick
it was a
burn.
dad
It
joke.
was easily
It was a dad joke.
destroyed.
Well, I have a sword, so I'm better than all of you.
I literally just put aloe vera on that burn. That's how unsick it was.
I have a fidget spinner.
What else you do?
is it bladed?
But
Is it
he's
like
so lazy to fidget spin himself. He gets
hold up. That fidget spinner it's not the one from Kroll, is it?
From where?
The movie Kroll. You never saw that?
I
No.
remember that movie.
That movie was fucking amazing.
It was terrible.
Audience,
it was actually
good guns and then watch it.
It was actually both. It was good and it was crap. That's the problem.
Yes. It was great crap.
But Liam Neeson's in it, so there you go.
He's like a side character. He gets killed.
I haven't
It's like
seen
the only
this.
time it
He's like, I
happens
got
in
a
movies.
special set of skills, and then he just dies. That was a good movie. I remember it. It's the,
I need to watch this.
epitome of it's the epitome of like fantasy cheese. Like it's just so cheesy, but it's so fun. You know?
Yes, it is.
Beardy, has anybody donated to you yet?
I haven't actually been looking. I
Oh,
try
you
not to
should
look.
fucking look then, shouldn't you, you slag?
Yeah, I should do that. I was drinking scotch,
Nice.
damn it. Scotch happens.
Have you thought about selling crack?
You were asking Irate Bear, but I'm going to take this one. Can you ask Magog to say this vexes me? No, not unless you make a donation. Nobody has donated yet since the stream has started. However, the link, should anybody desire to do so, is down in the description of this video. All of the funds gathered are going towards getting me a replacement computer for the melting ancient laptop I have been using, and to get the parts necessary, all labor provided for free to build a new tower. So if you would check that out and consider donating, that'd be fucking great.
You can build your own tower, bro. It's like if you can watch a YouTube tutorial, you can build your own computer.
I know that, but the guy who I'd be buying the parts from also builds them. So he's putting it together at the cost of the parts. No labor whatsoever for it. So I'm just trying to get the money for the parts.
Lord Bear, I have a question for you. You do know what the difference is between a hooker and a crack dealer, right?
Hold on a second. I'm just communicating with the Whiffy Woo. Just bear with me.
The what?
His wife.
He's getting a handy.
Okay.
It's okay, Davey.
Okay, just to
penniless meat farmer, we still love you
for a minute. Omegon, you sent a link to Viper, haven't you, to join the stream?
Have I?
Apparently, you have.
I did, yeah.
We all want her to come on, don't we, guys?
Of course we do.
Sure.
I have happy news in my list of news things I can put in here.
Okay, well, when she comes on, make sure we all drag her nuts across her face. Women love that.
That cheers every woman up.
I've got Harry Potter news. Will that help?
Tell her to join. Yes, what was the question for Lord Bear?
I said, what's the difference between a whore and a crack dealer?
Between a whore and a crack dealer?
Yep.
Is that a joke you're about to tell me?
It might be.
It is.
Go on. What's the difference?
The difference between a whore and a crack dealer is a whore can wash her crack and sell it again.
So can a crack dealer.
I love it. I love how there's a guy called
Lord Bone says this stream needs vag. There's too much peen. Magog, do you have that spell handy that gives you the boobies?
It said vag, not boobies.
I'm still waiting to get. There was somebody that told me there's fan fiction of that spell, and I'm waiting to hear it.
Where's he gone?
That needs to.
Yeah, apparently.
I've stepped around the corner behind the curtain where I can smoke.
Professionalism.
It's actually just because I don't smoke inside the cave. I step out the door.
Apparently, Viper Sword is coming.
I knew.
Tell her to finger it faster. Tell her to finger it faster. We're waiting.
What?
Speak of the devil.
I was about to say that was easy, but okay.
Hi.
Good day.
I'm sorry if I bring the stream down even more, but I'm being a good girl.
It's okay. I have funny news and things.
What are you talking about? It's always a pleasure to have you around.
Shut up! You ball bag. Hey?
Which ball bag? The Roman one?
Yes.
We're full of ball bags around here.
Well, wait a minute. In the case of a Roman, wouldn't it be a ball purse? Just saying.
It is for this one, anyhow.
A bull sack? I'm not sure.
No, Romans don't get sacks. They get sacked.
That only happened a handful of times, and it was by barbarians a lot more civilized than you.
I led those raids.
Bullshit. The blue mark on your face says you are from the. No. Sorry.
The blue mark on my face is in tribute of our glorious host, actually.
Right, but I've seen it on your face a few times before this. So, yes. If you want to pay tribute to Omegon, you should drown yourself in water.
No thanks.
Hey, that sounds productive.
I'm going to do that right now,
We don't get along.
Do not do that right now.
Nope, you are not allowed to do that right now.
Oh, why not?
All right, because I'm making something in 3D for you, and I would be very, very, very remiss if you could.
Man tells you to do something, and you do as you're told.
Fine.
No one, you are here to be oppressed.
Oppress.
Viper, what's the matter?
Oh, hang on, I gotta screen share this shit.
Yes, this is some serious shit here. Harry Potter has created a black market for owls, researchers say. Everybody wants to be a wizard. Magog, what are you doing to stop the persecution of owls?
Buying owls.
Are you running a sanctuary or a graveyard?
That gives me a funny idea. I'm gonna roll with this.
Oh God!
I selected the news with intent. But the number of illegally traded owls in Indonesia has spiked over the last 2 decades, and researchers suggest the fame of Harry Potter has something to do with it. In a new study in the journal Global Economy and Conservation, researchers look into why hundreds of owls are being caught and sold in the domestic pet market, specifically in Indonesia. The study refers to it as the Harry Potter effect.
Kind of like the Finding Nemo effect, actually.
Yes, there's actually a tag for that right after that paragraph.
I was not. I swear.
Oh.
What are you doing to these goldfish?
I like the idea of Magog doing a video with him like putting owls in boxes and prepping to sell them to people for a sneaky little profit and rubbing his earlobes like a good old Ferengi.
I have some sexy news.
Ooh.
Sexy news?
News, not nudes. Well, technically speaking, they are kind of nudes, but topless protesters demand end to Pamplona Bull Running Festival.
That's not going to end well.
Is that the one that where people run through the streets of Spain?
Yes, that's the one where they run away and get.
Does that end with the bulls living or dying? Because I know the bull fighting ends with the bulls dying, and I really take issue with it.
No, the ones where people get chased through the streets are the ones where people who have very bad fitness levels get murked.
Yeah, I've seen it with
the bulls take revenge.
Yeah, I've seen it on Top Gear when they did it. And Richard Hammond, the smallest of the trio, he made a couple of 100 yards and then ducked into a shop because he was so small. I'm like, you're running from a bull. Be a man. Do like the guys at those. I work with. Okay, so someone called Mocha Rosary. About a year and a half ago, when I first got introduced to her, she and I sat up for hours watching bull riding stuff, and watching these idiots on these bulls bucking and watching them then get absolutely smashed by that bull was so satisfying.
Oh, I know. That's always fun to watch.
Comes over and is like, "No, I'm gonna fuck you."
I like it. I quite enjoy watching it. People just get.
I want to go and see it live.
You know, it's funny. It's funny to see. It's funny to see people riding bulls because I grew up on a farm. Never once did it occur to me I'm going to ride that big fucking thing. It could kill me, but I'm going to ride it. That never occurred to me.
Yeah, I was raised on a farm as well, and I kind of stayed clear of the cows, and I stayed near the smaller animals because, well, they hurt less.
I'm not surprised.
Mr. Dax is right on the mark here. Even scary as the run of the bull dykes.
Oh, that's just downright fucking frightening.
That is suicide. Are you mad?
They wouldn't run. They would waddle. They wouldn't run. They would waddle.
They roll down the hills at incredible speeds. The grease from their rolls spilling out.
Put a glass of water on the floor, and you just watch the ripples like with dinosaurs.
Well, it just proves that even lesbians have to go hog rolling now and again.
Guys, I'm just going to type something in the sidebar of the Google Hangout that I don't want you to repeat, but it is very good news.
Well, and I have to inform you guys, I am a truck driver, so there is a reason why the term diesel dyke exists.
Yes. They smell no less than the machines themselves.
I rolled the dice on that Tumblr gender thing once, and I did actually get a gender queer diesel dyke as my identity, and I owned it for a few months.
You seen what I typed in the side?
I did.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh right. Yeah, he's fucked.
I don't know what that first word is.
So
Let's just go with read the next part. It'll make some more sense.
People keep putting shit in the side chat, and I won't be able to see it.
that's okay. It's not of the utmost importance. But I am wondering about Brian O'Connor here. He says cows are easy enough to herd. I get annoyed when my neighbor's calf wanders off and I have to push it back. What are you doing with their daughter, Brian?
Yeah, don't you know there's a dowry?
Do you speak to this maiden, or does she just claw her way in?
And does he not understand what the word dowry means? Jesus Christ!
There's no refunds after that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Oh dear, that's disgusting.
That was the whole reason why in the olden times the whole idea was, virginity. You break it, you bought it.
The first capitalist decision was marriage.
You have devoured my daughter. Now you must.
And it was a bad decision. It was a bad decision, no less.
I wonder if that was how Sears and Walmart started developing their customer service policies. They just followed recent dating and marriage trends. That's why you can pretty much bring anything back now and go, I don't want it anymore. And they go, okay, here's your money.
It's quite possible, actually.
You can
Suddenly
literally return dirty fucking used diapers to Walmart. You're like, they came with shit in them. I want my money back.
Now I'm kind of tempted to find out.
No, I don't think they'll do that, but still, what Walmart's starting to do and a lot of other places, instead of getting money back, because they've realized that people are like stealing shit from the store and then returning it and be like, it was a gift, I don't have a receipt. And so now they're just giving like in-store Walmart dollars. So you kind of have
to better, but not really at the same time.
Yep, store credits.
Hello, Tigerson. I notice you, Tigerson.
Viper, to cheer yourself up, you know what you should do?
What?
Watch my response to Noam Chomsky.
Do I need to look that up? I don't think I've...
It's the one where I say I have downs.
Oh.
It's basically a request that I made to have him simply say, go on, say it. Go on.
I have downs.
Yeah, and he did a little introduction to it, which I've used a couple of times. I use it in my video I'm putting out tomorrow, in fact.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm using it for that because it just seems relevant. Putting my gender out there, when they talk about the subject of gender, and I'm like, if I'm going to respect these genders, you must respect mine as a lightsaber, and my pronouns are, and then I just play all the lightsaber sounds. Finished with good luck. Almost sounds like.
Ooh, that fucking hurt.
So I have another lovely one here talking about the refund rate of marriages, about a Mexican hero who told his wife that he was going to go buy cigarettes, but instead flew to Russia to watch his soccer team. Hero.
It's like,
when he came home, the ass whooping was real.
I really wanted Ukrainian cigarettes. You don't understand.
Got to get your
Jesus.
right.
Garcia's footballing pilgrimage was made all the more audacious by the fact that he spent his life savings on the trip and even snapped a tendon on his foot during a stopover in the German city of Wolfsburg, leaving him to endure the final leg of his journey to Russia on crutches, after he nearly missed his flight due to a heavy downpour that crippled Wolfsburg's public transportation. This
Beardbarian, sorry to interrupt you, but please check your GoFundMe.
Okay, I will stop sharing so that I can show off my face while I do so. And refresh the screen.
That is dedication to go watch a football match.
I honestly could never do that for football.
Soccer is boring.
Fuck you, bitch.
No, I do agree. I agree with Magog.
I tend to agree for the most part, but only because I prefer watching boxing to football.
Rugby's better. There's more blood.
Men in tight shorts touching each other is not exciting.
Marty only watches the gladiatorial engagements.
You know, I haven't seen a good gladiator fight in some time. I keep hearing about this mixed martial arts, but where are the people voting thumbs up or thumbs down? I mean, you know,
There are nowhere to be
Oh, yeah,
seen.
live or die. Yeah.
exactly.
If only it was like the
I'm
arena.
not sure if it's just not reloading for me if I'm still at the same place. I have no idea.
Let's find out.
If I do organise this shitcon meetup in Manchester
Mondays
next month
too.
or the month after, you are coming.
You're gonna have to drag me there.
That involves me going further north.
We of the B list are already talking about getting together flight funds for you guys to show up at VidCon next year.
Well, I've decided on the Kilroy event.
This means that in the next 2 weeks, Bear will decide he will be going to VidCon.
Most likely.
I not only have Downs, but I also have ADD as well.
Oh, so you don't have the high definition version?
We should take the how white are you test on BuzzFeed.
Oh dear
How
God!
wide are you?
Yeah, they posted a thing like, how stereotypically white are you? And
My favorite part of that was if you score under a certain amount, they say, congratulations, you're not white. Like not being white is something that you should... Well, I mean...
listen
I
to these
guess
questions. I felt bad for Lindsay Lohan, for Taylor Swift. Conan
I did not feel
O'Brien.
bad for Lindsay Lohan.
Like,
I don't even know what the hell that is.
These are questions for like 14-year-old girls. That's not even like a
Who's Lindsay Lohan?
white or black or anything.
Omegon, have you watched Parent Trap?
I've watched a really old black and white one of it, yes.
Sang a Tenacious D song. Like, this is all like
All right,
stereotypical.
I'm going to try and pull this off. I've got it on the screen.
Okay, I can sing a Tenacious D song because just before Beardbarian hopped on, I was listening to Rise of the Phoenix. Yeah. Sorry. It was on like a
Just
shuffle.
so happened to be the
Oh,
best song in the world.
No.
Omegon is too hipster for that song.
Damn right.
These
Where's
are
my vape?
questions on. This should be like how stereotypically hipster you are, not white.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like these
Who
fucking
can be the
people, man.
biggest douche ever?
biggest goddamn racists in the world work at fucking BuzzFeed.
It's not racist if they're white, though. Just saying.
Omegon,
Yeah.
if I do this Manchester shitcon at the end of next month or the beginning of the month after, are you going to come?
What con is this?
Just a shitlord meet up. Subs can turn up as well. Go for a drink.
Right.
Have a fun.
I can try.
This is after he drags me there.
No, I've just spoken to Vanilla Bear. We have a plan for you already.
You're gonna have to find out where I freaking live though first.
You have to dox
You
yourself.
do realize I know where you do realize that I know where you are, right?
Shit.
Does
I
Omegon
know-
know where you live?
Of course I do. I've known her for 2 years.
Oh, you should slither your way up to her house and kidnap her and drag her back into the sea.
Not difficult.
Extremely difficult.
Don't talk shit.
I'll just, say, Omegon, subway's that way, and I'll run.
Subway, are you kidding me? I don't want one of those pedo sandwiches.
Anyway, we'll talk about this another time. We'll actually put out a video. We'll talk in DMs and we'll get all this fucking shit sorted another time. But in the meantime, Beardbarian,
Yes.
how much do you have in your fucking GoFundMe?
He's doing a
I'm at
quiz.
$170 out of the $1,200 gold Canadian.
Do you want to say thank you to the donators so far?
I have, from our last Monday stream, we had the next 6 minutes, Laura Renwick, Who Flung Blue, Thexor, Andrew, Russell, Glitch Ex Machina, Lawson, Tigerson, and Nomius Gnome that were all kind enough to donate towards my cause, and they were all fantastic people. A couple of them actually joined in on the stream as it went, which was a rather lovely occasion.
And I'm trying to figure out why Omegon doesn't like Subway. You never tried the Jared special, did you?
I did not try Jared's special.
Just
Oh,
the
come
mayo
on,
on
what's-
its own.
Well, it was the Jared Prison Special was the full name of it. It was a foot-long double meat on white.
Oh, dear, oh dear.
But it only came with the kiddie meal.
Well, it came with a lot of mayo, too.
I'm really glad I'm not involved in this conversation.
Oh, Marty, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Fucking.
How do you feel about this Jared thing?
With his hands.
What, the Jared thing from 2 years ago? Fuck that guy?
Good, okay. I think we're done with Subway. The conversation will hold its relevancy.
Keeping in mind, it's still funny as shit.
Oh, hell yes. Absolutely.
How long do you go down for?
Crazy fanatics. I mean, the Empire was pretty fucked. But I've got here followers in, was it India or Pakistan, won a fight to keep their guru, who in January of 2014 climbed himself inside of a freezer, died of a heart attack, keeping him from being cremated and actually put to rest because they claim that he is in fact alive and meditating and will one day come back to life.
That is seriously fucked up.
Biggest bunch of horse crap.
Culture feel about this, Marty?
I could not care less what some people in India are doing with their dead leaders.
And here I am hoping to get some sort of hilarious joke about...
Vanilla Bear in the chat has asked us to talk shit about Irate Bear because he's gone to the toilet.
Oh, perfect. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, fuck that.
He could be shot by an 11-year-old boy.
I think Vanilla Bear should actually hijack the stream right now as Irate Bear.
Don't you jump into his chair with his microphone?
Yes.
And do your best Lord Bear voice.
Hello.
Oh,
Vanilla.
what's up?
Vanilla Bear, please say for me, your husband has Downs.
He has Downs.
That's right. I'll good to hear it.
Multiple confessions in one sitting. Well done.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah, I actually just told Vanilla Bear earlier that I could not be happier she's on Twitter because now my trolling of Bear is way worse than it ever was before.
As soon as you can get the SO involved.
Did everybody see the tweet? Fucking Viper Sword, I know you saw it.
Yeah, I did. I love it.
This fucking somebody photoshopped me holding a fucking trench coat open with owls inside. It's like when you buy an owls.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'll retweet it.
Screen share that shit.
Yeah, screen share it, mate.
All right. Hold on, let me present.
Oh my god, I see it. Fucking hell.
It is amazing.
Present to everyone. There we go. Absolutely. Click on that, yeah. Jesus. Fucking cunts.
Magog has owls if you have coin.
Magog has owls. Amazing. I love it. That was...
thank you to Laura for another $10 donation. Thank you very much.
In the chat.
What are you buying, owls? I'm going to follow this guy.
She's expecting a really sweet, cute little owl.
I followed Jack back for that one. That one made me laugh.
Magog, I'll buy an owl from you, but only if you open a restaurant and offer tandoori owl as a main course.
It gives me an idea. I'm totally like looking at something right now and seeing if I can do something with this. I need somebody to voice an owl.
How do you want said owl to sound?
Not like a dirty room.
I think it would actually be really hilarious if I could get Irate Bear to voice the owl because he does this like lowered voice, and the owl is just like, "My God, man, why am I an owl? Who are you?"
Who are you?
Well, then you'd have to do the part. Who.
That's beautiful. You have some very devoted Magogonites.
Yes, I do.
Is it Jack Dunham, by the way?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool dude. Absolutely cool dude.
Mr. Dax, I am in fact always looking for black market hooters. So I mean, if you send some my way, I got your back.
What are you buying? Fucking owls? Oh yeah.
Hello, everybody.
It's
Your
not
wife has confirmed to us that you do indeed have downs.
Well, I never denied such a fact.
Just wanted to say.
The audio clips from this are going to be great.
They are
Yes.
indeed.
God, everybody's tweeting the CNN stuff, but like the hashtag's just gone. Like it's not trending at all.
It's being
That
swallowed
happened-
and beaten down.
With the, that happened with the Shut Up Tariq thing, and within a few hours, even though it was trending, it was gone.
Yeah, they fucking
This kind of stuff.
Tigerson is going to shove his dick in the owl he is going to purchase from you. Maybe you shouldn't sell him an owl, Magog.
Or if you do, please have it pre-broken in, because a poor tight little one. Oh, poor thing.
Yes. Make sure it's not a young one.
Yes.
The memes have been amazing today.
Yes.
They have.
They
It
have
has been a
sustained
meme
me.
day. It has been a meme day.
Mm-hmm.
I look back
Gonna
and
be
it was
more.
another jump.
You know,
It's all
4chan made it abundantly clear that they weren't going to stop.
Thank you to Doubting Tommy and Mr. Dax for your donations as well. They are very much appreciated. Thank you.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm
Thank
now at
you for donating.
$205.
By the way,
Out of,
before the stream, I mentioned we were talking about fidget spinners, and I mentioned to you an image about fidget spinners being on nipples. So I thought I'd just share with you.
Tassels.
There you go. Yeah, just
That
put it
is
out there for a
weird.
second.
That is a
Hey,
real
it's
thing.
creative.
I'm going to see how much they cost. Just bet.
You would.
Just so you can boop them with your nose, I imagine.
What?
I'm going to pierce my nose with fidget spinners.
Really?
I like I go into gas stations now and they're like $10 like at the counter, like they have boxes of fidget spinners. I'm like, that motherfuckers are free on the Geek app with like $2 shipping.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Are you shitting me, dude? They're fucking like $12 at a goddamn truck stop.
Well,
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Things are
They're
cheaper in
a piece of
Arkansas, man.
plastic.
I'm not interested in fidget spinners. I was sent one. I did an order for some clothes from a website called Sports Direct.
There's one called a meat spinner.
I got sent one for free, and I sort of for a second had it on my fingers. I was like, I just don't get this. And I gave it to my sister's boyfriend, and he was sat there for a good hour just staring at it. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
I'm just screen sharing. Have a look at this.
Oh, hang on a sec. I'll present to everyone.
What we get?
Wow.
That is a real thing.
That's beautiful.
Well, see, the problem is in this world, it's no longer why, it's why not.
Yeah.
That's the only excuse we've got.
Well, honestly, it's not anything different than anything else that's trended throughout the years. I mean, look how fucking popular like fucking Furbies were and fucking
Yo-yos
what is
when
those
they came
little
back.
those, yeah, like yo-yos came back for a while. Look at what those little fucking 90s keychain pets. They were like a little fucking digital pet on a keychain. And,
Oh, I
shit
remember
like that.
Tamagotchi.
Fucking
Tamagotchis.
swatches.
Why didn't
Yeah,
we
Tom.
get Tamagotchi nipple tassels?
Dunno.
I don't
Because in
that
the
is a-
90s, nobody was playing with them.
You know what?
Where
Really
those
popular?
words don't belong in a sentence together.
You remember those aliens in those little gel eggs that people could hatch, right? Those were really popular at my school. And people, what would they do is when the alien had hatched, because it was really sticky, they would throw it and stick it to the 15-foot high ceiling, so no one could get them down.
That's awesome.
Because
I
they
remember
had
that.
aliens dripping off the ceiling.
It's
Omegon was
goddamn-
here.
ultimately it's a fucking Cracker Jacks box toy. I mean, that's because like it's what you would find in a cereal box in the 80s back when they actually put cool fucking toys and shit. You know?
Oh,
It's just a little it's just a little gadget. I don't know why people are like, "Oh my god, this is so gay." It's like $1 and a waste of time.
I
That's
really enjoyed
literally
Yeah.
consumerism.
I quite enjoyed yo-yos. I had one. Everyone else had these bearing ones with all these lights and everything, and I had a really simple one.
Yeah,
I could do the same tricks everyone else could do.
I had a Duncan butterfly.
But yo-yos are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, you gotta.
Right.
When you had a yo-yo, you had to get a Duncan. That was like the best. That was a high quality yo-yo right there.
Mm-hmm.
Who remember tops too? Used to
I
fucking
remember
spin tops and make them fucking battle each other.
Beyblade thing, yes.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pogs. Oh shit. Chad's talking about Pogs. That shit was fucking
Pogs.
great.
Oh my god, yeah, Pog.
Pogs. Yeah, Pogs and Jacks.
Welcome to the Nostalgia Channel, where we talk about our favorite meaningless
Yeah,
physical
I really
toys from our
I
childhood.
fucking loved Pog. Man. Had metal slammers and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah.
You really well with a small slingshot, too. That's why they were banned where I was at, anyways.
Man,
Everything got banned where I was because somebody would try and fling it at another person with elastic.
Some of
That's
these
what I'm talking
toys
about.
that we grew up playing with, it will surprise the fuck out of you how much they're worth. Like one time I was on eBay and I saw an unopened proton pack from when Ghostbusters came out. I had that when I was a kid. I had the proton pack when I was a kid, and if fucking people on eBay wanted like $5,000 for it.
Dude.
Holy shit! I should have kept a hold of that motherfucker.
I've kept a few things when I was a kid. I had some original Star Wars figurines in their packaging I never opened. And I used to see them at car boot sales or yard sales, and people would sell them for very little. I kept hold of mine, and I know they're worth a lot of money now, which is, well, not a lot, but they're worth, quite a bit, which is really handy.
For a toy.
Tell you what I wish I kept a hold of. My Mighty Morphin Green Power Ranger dagger. The one that you could call the Dragon Zord with. I used to have that as a toy. Yeah. Well, I wish I still had that. That'd be amazing.
Pogs are going for fairly cheap on eBay. I'm just looking now.
Oh god, he's going to start buying them.
There's a 1,000 Pogs, I think, for 30.
Guys, I just realized Fred Supremacy is in the chat. We should not talk about Ghostbusters. That is oppressive to the wonderful spectral nation.
Fuck ghosts.
I wish I'd
Oh,
kept
shit,
my
son.
Thunderbird too.
Throwing shade.
Thunderbirds are go.
Yeah,
Did anyone when they were a kid, right, make their own Tracy Island with paper mache?
I kind of wish
It was so much fun.
my dad, when I was a kid, he gave me a box of old comic books that he had when he was like a teenager or whatever. And I wish I had kept Spider-Man #1.
Oh, fuck.
We all make mistakes, mate.
Because, like, seriously, like that. I mean, I tore it up. I read it so much it fell apart. The cover fell off of it and everything. And eventually I fucking threw it away or whatever. We didn't know. You don't know these things until like 20 years later. You're like, fuck, that's worth $1 million? Shit. Look at all those. My grandfather had the first Action Comics with Superman. He had it back when it came out. I mean, he was a kid. He'd roll it up in his back pocket and fucking ride his bike with it in his back pocket and shit. Like, they didn't know. They didn't fucking know.
Well, that's obviously, we look at it now and we're like, oh, you made a mistake. But back then it wasn't as valuable. It wasn't as considered as valuable either.
Yeah, it cost a nickel, A #1 Action comic worth, like, in mint condition is worth like $1.5 million.
Damn.
Like I don't know if you guys know this, but the Nicolas Cage Action Comics #1 was stolen from his house. It was,
holy shit!
It was stolen from his house because Nicolas Cage is a huge Superman fan. He even named his son Kal-El.
Yeah.
And so Nicolas Cage actually spent a shit ton of money and actually at auction bought a #1 Action Comics first appearance of Superman.
Why he has fuck all money in the bank.
Right. And he got robbed. Somebody stole it from his house. Like, they broke into his safe and everything. And so he reported it, got the insurance money, paid for itself. He never bought another issue. Well, years later, you guys can look this up. Years later, some guy down in Florida bought a fucking storage unit that was abandoned. You know how they auction off storage units?
Yeah,
like
I've seen on TV.
Abandoned?
Yeah.
Yeah. This guy opened up the box. he paid $700 for this storage unit, and there was the Nicolas Cage #1 Action Comics in a fucking box inside that storage unit.
Cage, right? Is that he's not got much money now because he squandered a lot of it on things like a private island. So you'd think if things were that valuable, he'd just build a property and move it there, maybe. Unless, of course, there was someone else there living there that thought, fuck it, I'm stealing all his shit.
No,
like a conspiracy.
Yeah, but wouldn't that fucking freak you out, buying a $700 fucking storage unit, start cleaning it out, and there's an Action Comics #1, and it was verified with the number and everything as the Nicolas Cage Action Comics #1. And he tried to buy it back, but because his insurance money paid him for the theft, it wasn't no longer his, technically. So this guy who bought the storage unit put it in auction and made like $1 million off of it. Like,
good.
Fucking hell.
Far.
And
I
Nick,
would be giddy as an Asian schoolgirl at Omegon's house if I found something like that in a storage locker for $700.
Another fun fact about Nicolas Cage is his last name is actually Coppola.
Yeah, he's the nephew of Francis Ford Coppola.
Yeah, and he wanted to make it in Hollywood on his own without using the family name, So he kind of adopted a screen name. But yeah, he's of the Coppola family. And I love Francis Ford Coppola.
Didn't they? Like the Sheens are actually Estevez. But they changed it to Sheen because that opened up a lot of doors for them.
Well, no, Martin Sheen, who was the actor who made it famous back in, like he was in Apocalypse Now. And, Martin, everybody knows Martin Sheen, the father. Oh, yeah. He changed from Estevez because he thought having a last name like that at the time that he was trying to get into movies, people would discriminate against him because Estevez sounded like
so much. West Wing was such a good show. Yeah,
Estevez sounded like a Mexican name, and he didn't, and he was afraid of getting, so he took his was it his mom's name, I think, instead of his dad's, and it helped his career, I guess, or something, But
it did.
Yeah, Emilio Estevez didn't care about that. Martin and Charlie Sheen are the only two that kept the Sheen name, but Emilio Estevez, he was like, I want to do this on my own.
There was a running joke for a long time because there was an actor whose real name is Michael Sheen, and people would say that they were related.
Yeah, he played Lucian in the Underworld movies, and he did an amazing Nero. Oh my god! His Nero was great.
Mm-hmm. He that kind of stuff happens all the time. I love it when shit like that happens, like all the little facts about Hollywood and shit. I'm kind of like, I'm a big movie guy. Like, I love movies.
I never would have guessed.
Yeah. But I know all these like weird things. Like, I know like John Carpenter movies always have like a little jab at fucking Wes Craven movies, and Wes Craven movies have a little jab at John Carpenter movies. They like go at each other.
Right. Everyone should now make it a thing to abuse Michael Bay in their movies for destroying Transformers.
Transformers was destroyed before Michael Bay. He didn't help it, but it was a dead product long before Michael Bay.
They should have. They fucked it in so many ways. I'm sorry. I blame Michael Bay just because scapegoat.
Yes, it's the easiest and most truthful way because clearly it's Michael Bay's fault.
I don't particularly like Michael Bay movies. Don't get me wrong, but I can't blame the guy. I mean, he knows how to make money. He's made more money than me off of just making movies that have big explosions in them. So, hey, whatever works, right? I guess I can't judge the guy. I personally don't like most of his movies. Not some movies. Some movies I like. Michael Bay did Armageddon, and I actually liked Armageddon.
Yeah, sorry guys. I keep forgetting to refresh my connection. Apparently,
yeah, it happens.
Damn connection issues.
I'm ass deep in Darksiders 2. The first time I played it about fuck knows how long, 5 or 6 years. Whenever it came out.
I only played the first one.
Oh, they're coming out with a third one next year. Actually, Fury's going to be the protagonist.
Darksiders. I like old movies. You know what? I watched a movie from my childhood the other night just because. Like, sometimes I just like, I'm going to watch that again. And it's probably the movie that got me into the horror genre because I fucking love horror movies and I write horror fiction. And I've even published. And the first movie I can remember seeing a kid with all the monsters in it was a movie called Monster Squad.
Oh, God.
And I fucking
Kick him
In the
Yeah.
nards! Kick him in the nards!
Wolfman's got nards. But what was great about that movie is it had all the monsters, and the guy who played Dracula was genuinely
Oh, he was so good.
He was so good at it. Like he was when he picked that little girl up by the cheeks, and he's like, "Give me that key, bitch!" Like she screams and shit. I'm like, this is back when like kids were awesome. Like that 16-year-old kid wearing a leather jacket, smoking cigarettes, fucking vampire chicks.
Teenagers that gave me hope for the future.
Yeah, the fucking vampire chicks are coming down the street. They're like, "Where are you going?" And he pulls an arrow out, and he's like, "I'm in the goddamn club, ain't I?" I'm like, this kid's badass. Like,
Yes.
back when kids could curse and smoke and shit, you know, like can't do that in a fucking kids movie now, you know.
No, they just become absolutely irritable and annoying, and you wish kids were not in.
Magog, I don't know if Omegon bothered to tell you this, but just for shits and giggles, I got a ghost hunting app on my phone, and I drive around seeing if I can pick up any EVPs and other stupid shit.
I hope that because you added stupid shit, I hope that it's just kind of something for you to do, and you're not taking it seriously.
No, I'm not. But it's funny as shit when something creepy actually comes on the thing, and then you're like, "Oh boy."
Yeah, I'm
into horror and creepypastas and shit too. But at the same time, it's like I'd like to believe in ghosts, but I can't get around I can't suspend my disbelief that much.
Well, I know a ghost. I can introduce you sometime.
Sure, why not?
Yes, his name is Ghastly. He's actually in the chat right now. Fright Supremacy. You should check him out.
Dominus Kane says at Magog, looking for that film. I can't find it anywhere. I'm surprised because they had
Squad?
They had
fucking Monster Squad, really?
Yeah, fucking. They had like a special edition
store.
Well, they had a special edition DVD release of it, and it's on fucking Amazon on DVD. I mean, it's like $10, you know, like. Some of them are expensive. Like somebody wants the fucking like $55 for that motherfucker. You know?
Well, you know what? If you can't find it anywhere else, go to BitTorrent, because if nobody's going to sell it for money, you might as well say fuck them. You keep your money and just download it. Fuck it.
Right. Monster Squad's fucking. What I loved about it is it had all the classic monsters in it. It had Wolfman, Dracula, it had Frankenstein's monster, and it had the Mummy, and it had the vampire chicks, you know, the brides of Dracula, and then it had like the creature from the Black Lagoon too. Like it was like all the classic, you know, like movie monsters all in one film. It was pretty fun movie. Fun.
And then I better not say it or it'll spoil it, because I don't know how many people have actually seen it. So yeah,
I'd just like to interrupt for a quick moment to thank Terrence and Annie for their donations as well. Thank you very much, and hello, Failure. I see you in the chat. He's griping about not having a wrench.
Quickly interrupt because I want to share something sent to us on Twitter.
Magog, you better look at your Twitter. There's another Magog.
Yes, thank you very much for sending this beautiful piece of work. That Magog.
Most excellent.
Liking and retweeting.
Can I get my owl deep?
What is it? Did you put it over? You didn't put it over in the chat. What are you talking about?
He was sharing it.
I was screen sharing, mate. I was. Jack Dunham sent something as well.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
I'm not seeing it.
It's beautiful.
Are you? Oh, there it is. Magog's Owls and Necromancy student discount available.
Well, Magog, you should do something with the Tumblr tweet I made the other day. Somebody mentioned Tumblr, and I was like, "Oh yeah, the Tumblr school of bitchcraft and faggotry."
I didn't see that.
Dominus Kane asks a good question in the chat since we're on the topic. What's everyone's favorite horror film that's on the panel?
Oh,
people hate me for saying this, but Sinister.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Sinister was a good movie.
Yeah,
It was a good horror film.
Yeah, the only time that I can actually feel genuine fear is when I'm surprised, and they did jump scares right, at least in my opinion.
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite horror film because I just like watching them anyway. But the very first one that freaked me the fuck out, and it didn't help that I'd drunk quite a lot of knockoff Red Bull from Tesco called Rooster. But I was kind of having a bit of a moment and massive anxiety issues because of this stupid drink. So I watched The Ring, and I went to bed that night, and my TV was very close to me, and it came on because I'd accidentally kicked the switch and freaked the shit out of me, turned the TV round, and spent 4 hours at the edge of my bed rocking backwards and forwards because I thought I was going to pull out of my television.
Oh, God, yeah.
I never drank Rooster ever again.
God, there's so many great horror films, and I can think of the first one that I ever watched when I was a kid that freaked me out, but that's not really my favorite. It's a great film. It was Alien. I fucking love that film, but
Alien's great.
but I think I'm gonna go with a classic, and it's fucking cliche. But as somebody who loves horror, this is an absolute must. No, it's an absolute must on any list of horror. It set the tone for horror since the 70s, and that was The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah.
Fair point. Fair point.
You know, that movie changed my fucking outlook on horror films. Like, seriously.
My mum was obviously old enough to be at the cinema to go watch that, and she said people were fainting.
Yep. My mom walked out. She went to see it. She went to see it in cinema, and
I think my mum walked out as well.
Yeah, she walked out. She's like, "No, fuck this movie."
The furore around the Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, and obviously the stories relevant to it, was quite disturbing.
Well, yeah. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre was based on Ed Gein. Ed Gein,
yes.
Yeah,
the documentaries on him are brilliant.
He used to make shit out of fucking people's skin. Like, he had lampshades, belt buckles with teeth in them. And
the guy was creative.
Yeah.
Credit for that.
Now,
is there not a place
technically, what's weird though is technically he's not a serial killer, because I guess you have to kill a certain amount of people to be a serial killer. He only actually killed 2 people. What he did though was dig up a shit ton of dead bodies and use their skin.
Yeah.
You know, he was more of a grave robber. Yeah, he was more of a grave robber. You know?
You're talking about Ed Gein?
Yeah, Ed.
Yep.
Ed Gein was the inspiration for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Psycho, and Buffalo Bill from fucking Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
He was the inspiration because he's just
I was listening to something else for a second and then came right back in and I was like, oh wait, they're talking about Ed Gein.
Yeah, no, like part of the Texas Chainsaw, the reason it's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre though was it was also based on a killer in very close to me, because I live in Arkansas, but it was on the border of Arkansas and Texas in a place called Texarkana. And they actually made a movie based on that called, what's it called? Was it a John Carpenter film? But it was like let me look it up, and then I'll get back to you. So talk amongst yourself. But yeah, like I know everything about the Exorcist movie. Like they had a set burned down, a couple people died during the making of it. It took so long to make because of all the accidents and shit that went wrong that by the end of the movie, Blair, she had boobs, and they had to cover them up with a sweater because she was supposed to be this little girl, and she started hitting puberty by the time they finally finished filming. You know.
Wow.
Damn.
You guys are gonna dislike me for what I'm about to tell you. I've always been particularly scared of found footage horror films, and my favorite, despite the odd character development and the slight plot holes, my favorite is Paranormal Activity.
Oh, that's such a shit film. There's nothing going on for until 10 minutes at the end.
Yeah.
No, I liked how it escalated. I liked how the fact it was only made with 10 grand. And
I sat and watched that with like 10 people, and however long it was until that finally happened, we were like, what the fuck
I
is
also
this
really
shit?
like the Grave Encounter movies as well.
Those aren't bad. I mean,
I did quite like the first Jeepers Creepers. That film was okay.
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers, you give me
that's actually
shit
one of
about
my
horror
favorite-
movies, and you talk about
Hey, I
Jeepers
said it was okay. I didn't say it was great.
I gotta
Jeepers
say,
Creepers
that's
is the
actually
worst
one of
film
my
ever
favorite
made.
horror movies, and I have to tell you why. It's not because the movie's any good, because it wasn't. It was good for its day. It was scary, But
Yeah.
it was I was a young boy, and we were both young boys, and it was another young boy's birthday, and so we went to his home, a group of friends, to have a sleepover and watch Jeepers Creepers when it had just come out on DVD. And just in the lead up to the film, the first 10 minutes, the rest of us wouldn't stop singing Jeepers Creepers in a lullaby fashion to the point that the birthday boy pissed himself. And I've loved that movie ever since.
You cannot
I found that
fucking Creepers when it is one of the worst films other than the film Valhalla, which is absolute dog shit.
Yeah. I found the name of that video because it's based on a true story. It's called The Town That Dreaded Sundown. It's in 1946, a man killed 5 people in Texarkana, Arkansas. And that's kind of was another inspiration because he wore a burlap sack mask. So it was a big inspiration for like those 80s movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first Friday the 13th, like the killer, which was Jason
Myers and Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, but Jason Voorhees' mother, who was the original killer, Jason started out wearing a burlap sack with just eye holes cut in it. He didn't pick up the hockey mask until I think the third movie. Or fourth movie.
Do you remember that Jason X one? Oh my god.
Oh yeah, in space.
That was so fucking stupid.
They've all done that, man. Even Hellraiser was in. They had a Hellraiser Bloodlines that was like, oh, it's the future, and they're up in a space station, and I was like, what?
Guys, I can't think of the name of the fucking movie. You might be able to help me here. I don't think it ever came out of cinema or anything like that. It was on Amazon Prime years ago. It's a movie about a guy, a really weird kid in like this middle America town, and his friend is always moaning about how there's too many people on Earth. So what he does is he arms himself with like some Uzi, some other guns, and he goes around town killing loads and loads of people.
That doesn't ring a bell at all.
No, but I sound like I should recruit this boy.
Yeah.
Like a flying barbarian.
Is he still,
it's a movie about a fictional mass shooter, and he ends up like putting like a Is that what it's called? Rampage, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, Rampage. Yeah.
He puts an automated bomb in a fucking truck and has it drive into the police station, and like he stops for a break. He goes into a bingo hall and has a sandwich and doesn't kill any of the old people in there.
I'm going to turn on my camera here.
Well, they were all going to die.
Oh, yeah.
I saw somebody in the chat say they loved Hellraiser. I'm going to show you exactly how much I love Hellraiser.
Oh, dude.
Well,
present that.
I have a lemon configuration.
Magog, I have to ask you a question. Have you ever seen the movies Rawhead Rex or The Midnight Meat Train?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm a huge Clive Barker fan.
Oh, there you
Rawhead
go.
Rex was nothing like the short story.
Dog.
But
No, I didn't. No, don't present me. Present your damn thing. Yeah.
I just hit
Pandora's
stop.
box.
He's showing us.
What do I do to? I hit screen share.
No, I was yelling at. There we go. Megan did it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's and it's wood too.
That's magnificent.
That's
It's
cool.
not like the plastic one. This is the laminate configuration. Now, these guys that make these are like their cheaper versions, but they have a website. They actually make one that does it fucking moves. It comes apart. And that's
Very
just
jealous
like
of you.
Yeah, it's got the lacquered inside and everything. And that fucker, they want like, I think $800 for it, for the one that actually does like that, But they're all handmade, Pretty cool. It's my little paperweight. I fucking love fucking Hellraiser, man. A huge fan of Hellraiser.
See, the only reason I haven't bothered to tell what my favorite horror movie is because I don't even know if you guys would know what the fuck I was talking about.
You'd be
You're about to
surprised.
talk about My Little Pony, are you?
That is terrifying, Omegon. That is terrifying.
That's hey Viper, check your Twitter DMs real quick.
I shall check my Twitter.
Yeah, Roman brought up Nightbreed too. I fucking love that movie, Nightbreed.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great one.
Yeah, fucking.
That is
Where's the
cool.
monsters go?
Beardy, I think you're up to $220 on your GoFundMe.
I believe yes, I am with that was the announcement I was making about Annie and Terrence not long ago, the two of them. Thank you both again.
Oh, was I going for a poo at the time?
You kind of gives
No,
me an
actually
idea.
you were still here. However, folks, just came up again. Those of you watching this, if you're having a good time and you would like to donate towards the cause of me getting superior working technology that isn't melting and falling apart, with which to continue doing my series, please go on down below, click on the GoFundMe, and make a small donation. Every last hair counts when it comes to building a magnificent beard. So if there's anything you can do, it would be excellent. Thank you all.
I actually like as Magog because he's a wizard and there's this whole RPG fantasy thing, right? But because he's kind of also like a dark character, I could totally do like a Tales from the Crypt thing and introduce old horror movies. I would love to do that.
That would be
like some late night, just Magog like tonight.
Svengoolie.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Svengoolie. Yeah, just tonight's tale is a wicked. I fucking love it, man. I'd love to do that. I should probably do a little mini series during the October month this year. Like, just do like a little mini series of Magog doing horror films.
Well,
you could do Magog in a Halloween costume over his robes.
Well, I didn't bother to mention the horror movie. How many people have heard of the movie Darkness Falls?
Oh yeah,
Everybody.
That
Everyone
fucking
has heard of that
movie where
movie.
like, oh, what's the monster in this? Oh, it's the Tooth Fairy. What the fuck?
Well, the problem is I kind of watched it by accident the first time, and it set the tone just right, because at the very beginning you see how freakish and creepy the Tooth Fairy actually is, and then you're just like, from then on, every time there's any kind of darkness around, you're like, uh-oh.
Somebody mentioned psychological movies in the chat, and I'd like to say as far as like paranormal psychological movies, because my dad is from West Virginia. I've actually been to this town, and the legends of Point Pleasant, West Virginia are fucking crazy. Who has ever seen the Mothman prophecies?
That movie,
Oh, yes.
that movie was trippy.
That fucked your mind up, and it's based on actual legends from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. They got a statue of the Mothman in that town.
That's fucking incredible.
Yeah. I fucking love that movie. That'll fuck Richard Gere. It'll fuck with your head. It's like 32 people will die, and then it comes true, and you're like, what are they?
I don't really have a favorite.
Creepers. The actual favorite for me is Stephen King's Apt Pupil. That film was fucking fantastic, and but only because of its slight into realism. If I could put a not horror movie as the scariest film, it would be The Wave, which was a reenactment of a classroom experiment in the 60s done by I believe it was a high school teacher in Israel, where he radicalized a bunch of his students into Nazis to demonstrate that it could happen. And they did a reenactment of it with a U.S. setting as a film, and it's fucking insane. You can find it on YouTube, The Wave.
That is interesting. I'm a classic guy, and I like the classic practical effects of like Werewolf in London, American Werewolf in London, fucking The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing was like a huge Lovecraft homage, massive Lovecraft homage. John Carpenter actually did 3 films based on Lovecraft universe. It was The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and In the Mouth of Madness. And In the Mouth of Madness was fucking brilliant.
Guys, I'll be right back. I have to get some food in me real quick.
Hey, your friend Reading Ren is in the chat, Marty.
Hey,
Ren.
Oh,
hello,
she's
Ren.
she's the one that runs that Shitlords Anonymous I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yes, and she posts fantastic images to the internet. Absolutely lovely.
Yes, she does.
I'm gonna pull up a video. There's a scene in A Mouth of Madness that I think would fit Omegon. You've got to do like your own version of this. But basically, when the writer of these horror books gets so popular that it's kind of a thought form thing. It's like when more people are reading his books than the Bible, he actually becomes God.
Reality.
Yeah, it becomes the dominant reality. And so, like, to prove that, he's got Sam Neill on a bus trying to get out of the town, and he's on the bus and he's like, did I ever tell you my favorite color is blue? And he like wakes up and the whole world is blue and everybody's wearing blue, just to prove that he could just change reality. And fucking Sam Neill just starts screaming, oh my God, you should totally do it. Like, did I ever tell you my favorite word is moist? And then it just changes reality, and everybody's like covered in slime. You know, it's like, what the fuck?
My God. That sounds like such a good idea.
Omegon. I hate that fucking shitbag Tariq has ruined the moist meme.
I don't think he's ruined it, because I think there's still a chance to save it. I've been using it for nearly 2 years now. Honestly, I think I can save it.
Get back.
It's mine. He's appropriating it and badly, and I really should do a video on it.
You should. Call him out.
Well, he'll flag the fucking thing.
Cthulhu-Kin lives matter.
I've done 2 videos on that fucker now, and I haven't been flagged.
Oh, I'll just give him a nudge. I'll tell him. Hang on.
Just fucking send him
failure.
flaming
That was
poo
a
in the
sick
mail.
burn failure.
I love... Right, okay, so Tariq's obviously been a bitch to Bunty, but Onision's been flagging videos for people that have done the videos. For me, he did it for a video I released over a year ago. And he's done it to other people recently for videos that are months old, so they're not going to get any views. They're not going to make him any money. So what the fuck is wrong? And he's only claiming it for money, but they're not going to get the views to make him money.
It's been spiteful.
Well, my video is over a year old and it's really bad audio quality. Before I upgraded my audio setup, what is this stuff? It might get 1 or 2 views. That's not going to make anything.
Sorry to kind of break the subject, but I just on YouTube found that scene from Mouth of Madness, and somebody spliced in "I'm blue."
Oh my!
So like he wakes up and he sees everything is blue, just starts screaming, and then it just starts looping. I'm blue, la da dee da. I'm laughing my fucking ass off. I'm gonna paste the link in the fucking side chat. Did I ever tell you my favorite color is blue? Blue. Yeah, but yeah, the whole Tariq and Bunty King situation, I was like, fuck, YouTube drama keeps going on, man. Like, I thought this shit was over. Nope.
There was the thing, I think H3H3 set up a defense fund for the copyright crap. And I was thinking, if it got to that point, it might be an idea to reach out. For Bunty too, because of all the hassle that he's been getting from Tariq.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Who's a bitch. He will eventually get found out, but no, it's not. Let's say for a second, it will stop him from being a bitch, and he should sue the fuck out of Tariq.
Yeah. Somebody in the chat asked me if I've seen K-19. Are you talking about K-19, the Widowmaker, the submarine movie?
No.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't remember it being a fucking horror film, but yeah, it was a good movie.
Oh dear God! So, Viper Sword, you've been awfully quiet. How
I
are you
didn't
doing?
want to interrupt Magog. He was on a
You
roll.
can interrupt that fucking wizard anytime you want. The only way to stop a wizard from casting is to fuck up his words.
No,
Simple
I've
Just
got,
interrupted by saying, we used to do say, fuck Magog.
fuck you, Megan.
Hashtag fuck Magog.
Everybody's seen it.
Such a bitch.
I'm just like reading all the people talking about movies. Like, yes, I've seen Virus. That was kind of that was cheesy as fuck. That was cheesy as fuck. Howling. Yeah, of course I've seen all the Howling movies, even the ones that were like straight to DVD releases. Fucking love the Howling movies. Thank you, Failure. Magog is not a trap.
Lies.
I'm only talking. I just kind of wanted to finish the movie conversation because I got to get going here soon. I've got to go to work. So
One of the worst horror films I've ever seen is, and just because I want to add to the horror thing, so I got asked to go see a film called Black Sheep.
oh
Anyone
god,
seen this film?
yes,
I went and saw this in cinema, and it was so bad that I actually thought it was good because it was just so bad.
I watched that in the cinema as well.
The bestiality, the propeller cutting the guy, the sheep ripping the guy's cock off. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah. Somebody in the chat actually mentioned a movie I didn't think anybody else fucking knew existed. I've yet to meet anybody outside my circle of friends who knew this movie. David Brown brought up The Cube. If you guys have not seen The Cube,
that movie's
is
fucking
a fantastic film.
That
Where
is
they're
the
like
best
all
Canadian
trapped.
film since
Yeah.
Scanners.
They're all like trapped in this fucking giant ass, like basically there's just cube after cube, and some of them have traps in them. It's like a rat in a maze movie. You know, they all got to try to find their way out. And there's like lasers and shit that cut people in half if they jump down in the room, and you know, and just a fucking crazy ass film. And there's actually 3 of them.
Necessary. I haven't seen the sequels. Are they any good?
Yeah, actually, they're pretty. It's pretty interesting because the way like the third one kind of ends, kind of telling how the first one starts. Like it's kind of comes full circle kind of thing. It's really good. Yeah, like there's the Hypercube was the third one, I think, or is that the second one? And then there was Cube Zero. That's right. It was Hypercube. It was Cube, Hypercube, and then Cube Zero. So you definitely check out the sequels to it.
I like that Irate there says Peppa Pig is my favorite horror film. A kid's show is his favorite horror film.
Fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Okay, that one.
Oh God, no!
That was so fucked. That was so fucked.
Irate Bear also says Starship Troopers is my favorite anime.
Oh, that was I enjoyed that film when I was a younger man.
I'm doing my part.
Well, keeping in mind that Red Robot would bitch about that one all day if you let him.
Naughty Mouse, I agree with you. House on Haunted Hill, the remake, is the best, worst horror film ever.
Yeah.
Had Famke Jensen in it. Had Jeffrey Rush.
Also had Liam Neeson.
Yeah. Dude. No, that was Haunted.
That's right.
House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah. No.
The Haunting. Yeah.
Those movies came out within like 30 seconds of each other. They're
pretty much,
yeah.
Yeah. The Legend of Hell House is good.
Horror movies.
Yep. Weave World. How did that book never have a movie made of it? That is a good question. Weave World, some crazy shit by Clive. Yeah, that's some insane psychological shit. House on Haunted Hill. The Haunting of Hell House is a Richard Mathieson book, and I don't know if I've ever told anybody this, but he's one of my favorite authors of all time. He actually started the kind of horror fiction that turned into modern fiction. He was like Stephen King's idol. He wrote back in like the 50s and the 60s and stuff. And Mathieson wrote shit that everybody knows. They just didn't know it was him because he wrote for like Twilight Zone and stuff to make money. Some of his short stories, like Terror at 20,000 Feet, you know, there's something on the wing, something, you know, got fucking William Shatner on the plane freaking out in the original Twilight series. Something on the wing, you know, like that was Richard Mathieson. He also wrote A Stir of Echoes. He wrote What Dreams May Come. He wrote Legend of Hell House. And, of course, he wrote probably his most famous one, which inspired all the Night of the Living Dead movies, was a book written in the 50s, 1955, called I Am Legend. And it was about, like, vampires. Yeah,
that
just
book
took
was
over the
great.
world. Yeah, fantastic. And that was Richard Mathieson. He's a horror.
The film was not so good.
No, and none of them were. The only good rendition was the Vincent Price Last Man in was it The Last Man in the World or Last Man Alive, something like that. And it was like a black and white, and it was pretty much page by page the book. It had the vampires in it, the running water, his experiments in science and stuff. It was the first time that science somebody took the vampire thing into the realm of science and made it like a disease that people got, you know. And I Am Legend then got made in the 1970s movie Omega Man with Charlton Heston. And they like changed it. They were like mutants in the ghetto of Harlem. I didn't understand it. And then finally the Will Smith version. And it still didn't hit the mark. Yeah, it still didn't. How come nobody has been able to make a good version of I Am Legend? It was a fantastic film.
They add Hollywood into it, and it fucks it.
Well, no, it's because if they ever actually did make the movie correctly, it would be like, what, 5 hours long or something?
No, it was a short novel. It was a novella. You know, you make that into a quick movie easy, you know. It would make a good show, though. Like, I've been watching The Strain, which is written by Guillermo del Toro, and it's kind of got a feel of I Am Legend, like the vampire disease is taking over. And if you know, The Strain is actually a really good show. It's really good. It's got Guillermo del Toro vampires in it, though. You remember he directed Blade 2, and he brought those vampires around that, like, shot the fucking things out of their mouth. He got that from his book. He got it from The Strain.
He wanted him to get Hellboy 3.
Oh
So
yeah,
bad.
everybody wants a
I'm such
Hellboy.
a huge fan of Hellboy. I read Mignola's stuff since I've been reading it for decades. And Dread.
The second really set it up for a third, and it really needs it.
Yeah, they were supposed to. They were going to. There was a series starting next year. And I think there was talks of a Netflix series instead or something.
I'd still watch it. I'd give it a shot. Somebody actually.
Oh yeah, I would too.
Somebody actually, speaking of like the artists, like those really kind of unknown underground comics. Somebody actually attempted to make a Goon movie. If you guys ever seen the Goon comic books. And that's interesting because they had Paul Giamatti lined up to play his sidekick, and it was going to be like a 3D animated movie, so it's like just voice acting. But they brought out a. Let me see if I can try to find that on YouTube. They released a test trailer to see if it would catch on, and they just never could get funding for it. I'll try to find it. It was like there it is, the Goon trailer. It's 2 minutes long. Can we not play this stuff on Hangouts? Like you have to have a fucking program so everybody can see the.
Yeah, you can screen share, but then it gets all blotchy and jumpy and stuff.
Right.
And there's copyright issues and other such shit, you know.
Yeah, all that annoying thing.
I'll just put it over here. You guys watch it sometime. The Goon trailer is pretty interesting. Like,
absolutely.
I would have loved to see this.
Does not sound like a hippie. If you're gonna sound like a hippie, you gotta like drain everything out and not be like all busy. And she's just like so fast, man. She's not a hippie.
What?
Yeah.
Who's not
Facts
happy?
of the day.
Magog, what do you think of a Netflix show based on Hellraiser and all the comics? That would be badass. A Hellraiser Netflix series. I don't think they'll do it.
Catherine, you are welcome to shill my GoFundMe page as much as you desire. That'd be fantastic. I appreciate it. The link is down in the description for anyone watching who would like to participate in the fundraiser. Be very much appreciated in permitting me to keep making content that is as good and better than what I have now.
Anani Mouse asks, how do you guys feel about A Scanner Darkly, the book and the film? Well, the book, Philip K. Dick, a lot of movies have been made about Philip K. Dick's work, you know, obviously Total Recall, Minority Report, you know, tons of those movies, you know, like have been inspired. Blade Runner was inspired by Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep by Philip K. Dick. The movie was interesting. It was a Richard Linklater film, and he used rotoscoping to like draw over the actors. So it had Robert Downey Jr. in it. It had Keanu Reeves. It had Winona Ryder. It was a very strange film, but the visuals really pleasing. But it had such a slow pace. But I felt that it was the only movie that actually stuck to the original source, which was the Scanner Darkly book. Every other thing that's been made based on Philip K. Dick has been kind of inspired by, but it's because he wrote mostly short stories that people had to, you know, kind of just take the idea and make their own films out of them. So Total Recall wasn't exactly like We'll Remember It For You Wholesale because it was such a short, you know, story. So, like, I think that I liked Scanner Darkly because it was the only movie I've seen so far that really stuck to Philip K. Dick's original work. Nobody else knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, I have no clue myself. To answer your question, Josh Worthington, no, I have not seen Krampus 2. I don't watch a lot of things.
Krampus 2 is out? Damn it. Why is this not all, you know, why is this future Best Picture winner not all over my Twitter feed? Thank you for the pity laugh, Cooper.
Yes, Laura Bones. Laura Bones scanners, exploding heads, of course. Who could forget that classic scene with Michael Ironside just like shaking as he's like looking at the guy, and then his fucking head explodes. Like, and I think they used they used cheese, like actual like hamburger meat. Like they used real meat to make that effect and splattered it everywhere. You know.
There was back in a legendary time where Canadian film put effort into things that they did.
Yep. And Miss Beardy says, "Good Lord, you're a movie nerd, Magog." Yes, I am. Huge movie nerd. Huge.
You wait.
I could probably,
a second channel.
Magog
Night of the movies will be happening.
Wait. There's a Mrs. Beardy?
Yes, there is. She's in the chat.
I see. Hi. How do you feel about being involved with an unwashed savage? Just curious.
He's asking for a friend.
Omegon,
Musk.
Beardbarian, I'm now going to go to bed. I have to be up early in the morning. It's been a pleasure. I hope you're able to raise some more fundiage. Someone in the chat earlier, I think it was Panina, where the Panina-chan said that he would donate some more when he gets paid on Friday. So I think you should hit the goal within the next week or so. Thank you very much for having me. It was a pleasure. Viper, I hope we've managed to cheer you up today.
I've stopped crying, so that's an improvement.
Before you go, there's an answer from Mrs. Beardy in the chat. She says, tastes good.
We will discuss ShitCon along with you, Omegon, and a few others soon. Marty, Magog, Magnus, all of you wonderful people out there in the chat, thank you very much for having me. I've been the R8 Bear, and I'll see you next time. Cheerio.
See you later, man.
Bye-bye.
Take care, my friend.
Yes,
he's fun. He's fun. We need to hang out more often.
Yep.
Just leave picnic baskets about, and he will appear.
So, yes, The Usual Suspects is a favorite film of mine. Early Bryan Singer film. Probably, I think, his first film. Yeah. Who is Kaiser Sose?
Except for the fact that apparently, what the fuck is his name? Benicio del Toro?
Yep.
Apparently, he couldn't stop farting.
During that famous scene, yeah.
That it's all those behind the scenes things. Gotta love them. Who is Kaiser Sose?
Those are the best parts. I mean,
Everybody knows the classics. It's those really obscure films that I like to go out and seek out, and then I'll find them and watch them and be like, that was actually really good. And then I'll find
Christ Vampire Hunter.
Yes, I have.
Did you like it? I'm quite the
fan. That's a cheesy ass fucking movie. I didn't I actually was actually kind of genuinely surprised about the Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter movie. I actually enjoyed it, but I'm sitting here going, this is still ridiculous. Abraham Lincoln. Fucking Vampire Hunter.
Actually, I'm the kind of dipshit that actually got the audiobook and listened to most of it. I haven't finished it, but it's actually, in book form, it's not that bad. It's a lot better than you might think.
Yeah. It's not terrible. I've heard good things, but I've never read the book personally. But I'm going to answer one more, and then I got to get going. There's someone in the chat mentioned Metropolis or Metropolis or Metropolis, however you want to say it. It's kind of a German Metropolis. But Metropolis, 1920s, fantastic film. Yes, I've seen it many, many times. Love the artwork for the posters and stuff, that kind of 1920s Art Deco, lettering and stuff like that. Kind of a look at what maybe the future could have been, it was kind of there. This is what the year 2000. That's why I love all that world of tomorrow type of art, But it was very kind of a
welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Yes, exactly. And
an amazing reference. Hey, I gotta go. I will be back in a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, later.
But yeah, it was. I think it was 1927 actually when Metropolis came out, or Metropolis because it's German. It's an expressionist film. So German expressionism, so it's very strange and it's hard to watch sometimes because there's no fucking talking. But doesn't German expressionism usually end in shit porn or something? Now it does. Maybe not in the 1927 though.
I don't know. Germans have always been kind of weird. I should know. I'm part German.
A new gift from Push Button. Magog's Party Owls. They're a hoot. Call 1-800-OWL shop.
That's funny.
Thank you, Push Button.
Yeah. But what I loved about Metropolis, before I leave, was all the hand-drawn backgrounds and stuff were really, really great. Like they did backdrops right. Like for a 1927 film with like the scene where they're coming up to the new Tower of Babel, basically, and it's like it's all painted and stuff, but it's so detailed and it looks like it's actually there, and absolutely amazing. If you've never seen Metropolis 1927 from 1927, go watch it. Silent film. Really interesting shit. So anyway, thanks for having me on. I've got to get to work.
Thank you so much for coming, sir, and for participating in the shenanigans.
Yeah, we should totally we should totally do like a movie hangout sometime and just like talk about movies. That was
yes.
Fun.
An oriented nerd movie night.
Yes, I'm sorry I kind of took it over, but
this is actually really interesting and fun.
It's been good. The chat's been loving it.
Well, this is the kind of shit we get up to a lot, isn't it, Omegon?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that Ghostbusters hangout, and everybody fucking loved that.
Now, don't trigger, the ghost in the chat. Don't do that.
Yeah, you don't want to get
you got
privacy on your ass, man.
You got to understand that was one of the ones I hosted, and it was us talking about why the 2016 one was going to be absolute shit.
Right.
That still doesn't mean that they weren't trying to systematically oppress ghosts.
Yeah.
It was great having you on, Magog.
Yeah. Good to see you guys, and hopefully you get to your goal, man. Omegon, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Omegon. And
fair warning.
Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying, Viper Sword. Good to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Magog.
Yep. And Magnus.
Yeah, don't follow me on Twitter unless you're into really, really weird shit.
Right. Cool. Yeah. Well, keep that
Sounds
in mind.
about right.
So, okay. Yeah. Chat. Thanks for coming by, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let's get back in the dungeon, and we will see you guys later.
Well, that was definitely a lot of fun. I always love having Magog around, as long as he's not fucking in my woodshed.
Fuck that donkey dick sucking squib.
I was expecting much more vitriol between the two of you, but I imagine you're quite tired after all of those schoolgirls, Omegon.
To be fair, he wasn't in character. It's very hard to
Yeah. Yes, it is.
that.
But you can force it just by yelling enough.
If only I had the vocal range to yell.
I believe in you. Believe in the me that believes in you.
Believe in me.
I'm not a weeb. I'm sorry to anybody in chat who got that reference.
He made a shitty Smashing Pumpkins reference, and I'm disappointed deeply.
I was making actually a worse reference, but I appreciate that you think it was a bad Smashing Pumpkins reference. I prefer that option.
Well, that is the worst of the two options, anyway. Well, it could be
Rufus to fuck with him. Yes,
it could be worse because earlier when I watched Razorfist's video, he did make a reference to Boku no Pico, and I'm like, ah!
Yes, I felt a shiver up my spine when he said that. And not the good kind.
Yeah, normal people would get that shiver, like, oh God, no.
Wait, there's normies here? Oh God. Maybe you guys can help me with a problem I'm trying to solve right now. I came across a it's not an antique yet, but eventually it will be. I have a genuine 70s Viva la Revolucion Che Guevara flag. And I'm contemplating how I'm going to partially or completely destroy it. But what to do with it? I can't narrow it down.
Put it in a boat, set it out to sea, light an arrow, torch the fucker from distance.
But that's technically giving it a Viking burial.
Yeah, I think the Vikings might get pissed off if I do that.
Yeah.
Burn it.
Hey, that's their problem. Okay? It's their problem. It's Valhalla's problem.
They can have fun with it up there. Use it as ass wipe.
Good luck. Just do them a favor, right? Just sneak a little keck flag underneath. There you go. Offset their annoyance with memes.
Welcome to Meme Holla, where the keck flag flies true. Oh dear God. Opal asks why I enjoy smashing little pumpkins. It's not smashing little pumpkins, it's carving them for Halloween with my fist.
Oh, excuse me.
Dear God, it is late getting over there for you. I've kept you up quite a while.
Yes, I wasn't sure how long you wanted to run for.
Well, usually I end up cutting off before the 2-hour mark, and we're pretty much already there, and I'm more than happy to say a salutation and let you get to bed.
Okay. Do you want to end this? Do you want to say anything to finish this stream?
Absolutely. So I would like to say thank you again to all of the donors so far. I'm at the goal of I'm at $220 of the goal of $1,200 Canadian. So thank you again to Annie, Terrence, Mr. Dax, Doting Tommy, Laura, The Next 6 Minutes, Who Flung Poo, Thexor, Andrew, and let's scroll down for the rest of these. Here we are. Russell, Glitch, Ex Machina, Larson, Tigerson, and Nomiest Gnome for their donations. If any of you would like to donate, the link is located down in the description, and the donations will be open continuing through the week. There will be events located on my channel or links to the external hosting sources through till Saturday. So please check it out, and the schedule is posted on there as well.
Fingers crossed we will get you closer to that goal.
We're almost halfway to my minimum goal to make it happen. So I'm feeling very lucky right now and very happy, and the 1,200 will really put it on. I will work with whatever I can achieve in this time.
Let's hope that donations continue.
I'm optimistic. Thank you again, Omegon, for hosting this lovely stream. It's been a lot of fun. Magnus, it's been a pleasure meeting you face-to-face. I've watched you in several streams, but not really spoken to you much. Vipersword, please speak up more. You have a lovely voice. You're adorable. Talk to me.
Anybody can feel free to talk to me anytime. I'm not like some snooty dickhead or anything. I try.
Oh no, I just tend to watch a lot. I'm creepy like that.
Oh, well, there you go.
Okay, then I'm going to end this now. Thank you all for listening.